Hello, hi. I'm just overhearing you talking about Iron Claw. Tell us a bit about this amazing film you've got coming up, and what was the experience like of making it alongside this amazing cast?
Like I said, it's a family drama about professional wrestlers in Texas in the 80s. It's a true story. And it's in many ways a very tragic story because several of the sons, of my sons, end up committing suicide, end up taking their own lives, even though they were, stars in the world of professional wrestling. And it's not an easy thing to become because it takes a lot of athleticism and it takes a lot of personality and charisma and dedication. In the Dallas area, in that point in time, world-class championship wrestling was the biggest promotion in the state and really was a big deal. And the Von Erich brothers were legends, and the father is the kind of not only the former champion wrestler himself, but the driving force behind the whole, family. He owns the promotion. All his sons work for him. He encourages them all to become professional wrestlers, to become world champions themselves. And so, it's about, for me, it's an exploration of fatherhood and what makes a great father, someone who can really motivate a son, someone who can really inspire a son, someone who can get his son to become more than he dreamed he could be by believing in himself and by believing in his destiny. And then at what point does that kind of encouragement potentially become a negative thing if the father is unwilling to tolerate, dissent, you know what I mean, from the plan. If you go online and you listen to a lot of the so-called wrestling experts, a lot of them will say disparaging things about the character that I played, the patriarch of the family, because that he was controlling and that he used family tragedy to exploit it for his own commercial interests. I disagree with that interpretation. I think he was a family man who really loved his sons, loved his wife, wanted his sons to be as successful as they could. And if he pushed too hard, he's not the first father, to suffer from that and to lay all of the tragedy that befell the family at his feet, I think is unfair. But look, the critics seem to love the movie. It's going to come out December 22nd. There was a big article in Variety saying that they think I'm going to get an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. That would be a big deal for me. Let's hope it happens. But, they won't announce the results until January. So, I get to spend the next couple of months going, please, God, and then probably get disappointed in the end. But that's show business. And you have to let it roll off your back. Yeah. The Iron Claw is the name of the film. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. One of the actors that I've always admired was the American actor Viggo Mortensen. And I remember coming to the film festival here in Marrakech and seeing a very, very beautiful film shot in Algeria. And it was about a Pied Noir, a farmer who's not Kabyle, he's just a farmer that, and lives outside of Algiers, and he's kind of slowly caught up in the war of independence. He's far away from the action so that he can avoid it for a while and pretend it's not happening. But eventually it comes to him, and he's forced to make very difficult decisions. And the whole film was shot in French and Arabic. And Viggo doesn't speak French and Arabic. He speaks very good Spanish, from what I understand, but not French. And yet, it showed me how powerful a story can be when we just have, the underlying dynamics of it, and we understand the peril of the protagonist, and we get a great actor like Viggo Mortensen, who's able to interpret this Pied Noir from the 50s, do you know what I mean? Who all he wants to do is live his life and run his farm, but it's not possible anymore. That's part of why I love coming here. I see different kinds of films from different filmmakers that I wouldn't get to see in the United States. They just don't get a platform, but here they do. So I think it's wonderful what His Royal Highness Prince Mullah Rashid and of course His Majesty King Mohammed are doing. I think they're giving a fabulous opportunity to a lot of young filmmakers who deserve it. Well, I love this festival. This is my third time. I fell in love with it on the very first occasion. The wonderful actress Isabelle Huppert was the president of the jury, and I had appeared in a very small part in a movie in which she starred for Hal Hartley back in the 90s. And she was so sweet to me, and I'm such a big fan. And then the next time I came, Francis Ford Coppola was president of the jury. And he made us all an authentic Italian spaghetti sauce that was passed down by his grandmother, a family secret, but it was absolutely delicious. And, you know, this year my friend Willem Dafoe and I are here together. He and I did a movie for Guillermo del Toro called Nightmare Alley that was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. And he's a wonderful actor, very, very old friend. Tilda Swinton and I got to chat for a while. I'm such a huge fan of Tilda. She of course just worked with my good friend David Fincher on a movie called The Killer, which I enjoyed very much, and a chance to see old friends and make new friends, especially my Moroccan friends. I've been coming to Morocco since the 1980s. I have deep roots here in Morocco and long friendships that are very special to me. And so, and the warmth of the Moroccan people and the generosity of the Moroccan people, they really make you feel at home, like you belong here. So I never refuse an invitation to come to the Festival du Film de Marrakech. I love it here, and it's not the last time you'll see me. Absolutely. Listen, I've said many times that traditional Moroccan cuisine is probably my favorite in the world. And when I say traditional Moroccan cuisine, I'm thinking about obviously couscous and tagine, but you know, épaule d'agneau grillé, méchoui, you know, the things that are really special, harira. You know, I once did Ramadan with a good friend of mine because I wanted to see if I could make it, you know, the whole family was doing it, so I decided to do it. It was very hard, but I just remember those meals, those evening meals when we would break fast, and how incredibly delicious they were. Maybe it was because I was hungry, but mostly it's because the food is so good. I think Moroccan food is one of the great cuisines of the world and belongs up there. Many times you'll hear the connoisseurs say that French food is number one. Really well made haute cuisine. Chinese food is number two in terms of its exoticism, but number three is Morocco. It's one of the great cuisines of the world, so I love it. Yeah.